You've come, warrior! The mighty guardian, our Eudicus Arsinosa, is not the kind of echo too warm to crowds. The lioness favors the strong, the unyielding, and the battle-hardened. Only those she deems worthy will find her arms welcoming. But she is still an echo and can't talk.
Sounds.
What is it? Did you feel something just now?
I only heard strange sounds. Tell me, what direction did the lioness just look toward?
The Veil of Glory. It's where all heroes, blessed by the glory forged in iron and fire, find their rest. But on the long path of hunting, many died with their bodies missing. Only their weapons returned. Arsinosa's frequency is woven from the cries of souls in battle. The battered weapons still carry the will of their former masters, whispering the deeds left undone. To touch such weapons is a rite of great importance for those who claim glory in the great Agon and receive the lioness's blessing. Hearing the voices of our ancestors by Arsinosa's side is a great source of strength for Septimontians.
Before meeting Buling, when I touched the echo in that village, I felt a layered and distinct frequency. It was like what Abby described on our journey to Septimont, but the source eluded me at the time. But now, I found it. The source of that power lies in the Veil of Glory. The closer the lioness gets to it, the clearer it becomes.
She waits for us there. Shall we go together? I'm not sure if Septimontian rituals will interest you, but you might uncover something useful, no? Perfect. Let's head out.
What is it?
Nothing. Just a dizzy spell. Overexcitement after the win. Or something. Anyway, it's no matter. Let's continue. These days have been a feast of victories. Becoming champion, the glory, all thanks to you. Strange. Why are so many appearing all at once?
Into the spotlight! All or nothing!
I thought tacit discords didn't usually appear around the border mountains.
These tacit discords didn't gather from the surroundings. It's more like they spawned from thin air.
Look, it's just ahead. The Veil of Glory, where heroes are laid to rest.
You are from my homeland.
That girl just now, that was Mia. The closer to the Veil of Glory, the more the normal world and the anomaly overlap. Whatever lies ahead must be the key to all of this. I need to rethink everything. Septimont, Lupa, Cardathia, Mia, the Lioness of Glory. All of it. Cardathia arrived in Septimont alone, not waiting for me or attempting contact. Something must have happened to prevent her. If something cut her off, aside from the Fraxidus, it could have only been the Thermodian, which should be dead. But Septimont holds no faith in the Sentinel, and the Thermodian was never able to establish influence here. Maybe it's not that simple. The Thermodian controls the minds of its followers through their faith. Mia is a Ragunese, and likely a follower of the Order of the Deep. If the Veil of Glory is an important rite for champions, perhaps Mia went there, and it was there she vanished. Her hysterics, hallucinations, and loss of control in the arena were signs of the Thermodian's corruption. Verlova once said, "The closer one stands to the protagonist, the greater their influence over the tale." In this great Agon, Lupa is the protagonist. Years ago, it was Mia. Now, I'm seeing Mia's image flicker in and out throughout this journey. If the Mia I see is under the Thermodian's control, does that mean securing the protagonist role is key to its plan? When I first met Lupa, I sensed what felt like Cardathia's frequency on her. Later, I also felt the Thermodian's presence. Did they cross paths? If Cardathia is part of the story, the likelihood is high. Could Lupa have forgotten? Did they meet without realizing it? Or is she lying and already under the Thermodian's influence? Was Verlova telling the truth by saying Lupa would bring forth the dark tide? Or is she just another one of its victims?
Hey! Is something wrong? Is there something you need? Or something you want to say? I'm sorry. I don't recall crossing paths with Cartothea, but you could be right. I may have and just forgotten about it. These past days, there have been moments when I feel lost, forgetting what I was doing a heartbeat ago. I don't know if it's the Threnodian's work, but if something is wrong, and it's trying to twist my mind, you'd make the right call, wouldn't you, my fellow warrior? You'd protect my honor and my dignity.
There's more at stake than that, Lupa. I've heard the Septimont saying, all for glory, fear no death. But sometimes living takes more courage than dying.
Well then, that'll do just fine. I trust you, warrior, just as you trust me.
It doesn't matter if the story's end is already written or yet to unfold. I'll trust my own judgment to guide where it must go.
I hear cowering prey.
With me! Caught you now!
I smell fear.
I'll end you!
Those blades, spears, and halberd embedded in the stone. They're the weapons of the fallen heroes. We have a tradition in Septimont. Touch them and listen to the whispers of those who once wielded them. This is Hercules' sword. You remember the waters of the upper city, right? You were looking for Cartothea. Hercules was the one that the statue was based on. Ages ago, the dark tide bore down on Reganese, and Septimont didn't escape. Hercules was the son of the Ephor back then, and he led our warriors to face the Tacit Discords. He died in that cursed tide, his strength worn down to nothing. His sword was corrupted, but his followers still risked their lives to bring it back. In this land, intense emotions easily blend with other forces. The Lioness of Glory was born from the fiery passions of heroes, so she holds sway over their weapons. Back then, this sword was growing more sinister due to the corruption. But all these years later, it has become a memento of a hero.
I feel something strong and pulsing in the direction the blade is pointing. It's coming from underground. Is it inside the mountain itself?
The frequency. It's the Sentinel Imperator. Just like Dragoon, Septimont has its own Genesis Nexus. That's why it seeks.
More Tacit Discords, just like last time.
For a split second, the world shifted, just like it did when I saw Mia. Every time there's an overlap like this, the tidal blight appears, as well as Tacit Discords.
Into the spotlight!
That's some attack. Is that all?
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us.
The tidal blight. It's an outgrowth of the dark tide itself. Why is it suddenly appearing like this?
We'll clear it out first, then check if that sword is the source.